The bike is super therapeutic. It gives you a chance to see what's in front of you. You get a chance to clear your head. You can ride. You listen to your music. You can vibe. You can be silent and think. You can really create your own peace. Mental health, exercise for your body, exercise for your mind. It can help you really get through things in your life. And you get to see your city, man. Look up in the sky. Look at the buildings. You get to see the love that people give you. Riding a bike is probably one of the best things you can do with your life. I think everybody should have a bike, man. It is your therapist.
Because that shit is fun, man. It's like being 12 again. It's just enjoyable, and then you can be fit and not have to think about it. I mean, going to a gym requires like effort of actually going to the gym and then working out and then going home and then blah, blah, blah. Whereas on a bike, it's easy. There's no like premeditation. You just get up on it and go. But it's just really, it's just for me fun. Like going down the hills, I feel like it's a roller coaster. Climbing up the hills, I'm bitching to myself, but it still is enjoyable experience, and the camaraderie with the people I ride with.
I feel like I can just take my bike and ride it anywhere. It makes me feel free to just go out here and ride like any day I please, and I can get anywhere in the area on my race bike.
I do feel like whenever we're riding in a group and it's so many of us, I really feel like we are the cool kids. And if I heard it once, I've heard it 10 times. When we're on a group ride, how many times have we heard, "Y'all look good"? And that's like when I saw that group of us riding, I was like, man, I want to be down. I'm jealous of me when I am in a bike ride. I'm envious. Like, I know we look good. I know we're having fun. I know that no one else has it better than us. That's what I feel. I honestly think that when we're riding down a hill, or even when we're chugging up a hill, who has it better than us? We are adults who are outside, getting exercise, getting around, having listening to music as loud as we want to, having a blast, stopping traffic, going through red lights, and making cars stop. Who's got it better than us? It's a feeling of freedom and power and community.
Everything in life that's going on just really doesn't matter at that moment, because it's between you. It's really you, the bike, and the road at that moment. And your music is playing there. You have your earphones. You have it on attached to your bike. It's just a beautiful freedom to have at that moment. And then you're able to kind of challenge yourself to meet milestones, even at a certain age where as you're getting older, it's like, well, what kind of milestones can I meet? But then I want to meet milestones in certain hobbies that I'm a part of. So I think it has been an amazing thing. I mean, I was able to help myself be healthier, and really be able to challenge myself and look at my Strava and say, okay, last week I did this hill in 1 minute. I want to try to do it in 40 seconds next time, or 50 seconds. So it's just those kind of challenges that I like to do. It makes me feel free, that I'm doing it, but also doing it with other black people around me.
When you on a bike, you have no limit. The only limit is yourself, as from what I see. And also being black in the United States is black in the world in general, it's just crazy, because you always still got things to work around. And when you're on a bike, it's still kind of that way, just because there's still not that many black people in the bike industry. And to be able to get a lot of black people in the industry, it's just taking time. But other than that, it's a place of peace and happiness away from all the other things in life, and it's just a good way to be.
I have done incredibly bad at some rides, but there's just there's something that draws me to wanting to try again, and and or wanting to experience something. I have so many hobbies, and one kind of just takes a hold of me, and I just choose to indulge it. So if there's something that you see, or something that sparks your curiosity, I mean, my best advice would be to just try it and learn about it.
I'd probably say like 16, maybe a little younger, 16, 17, maybe 15, but somewhere around there. That's probably when I first learned how to ride a bike. I remember it was one of my mom's friends, like he had a bike and they were like, and I just had expressed interest in wanting to ride a bike, and so no training wheels. They just took me out to a field one day and were like, okay, do this, put your feet in the pedals, pedal like this, and it didn't take me long, and it felt natural. And that first day when I was learning to ride, I was like standing up out of the saddle and doing all this stuff, big smile on my face, it just felt right.
To get out, go do something, whether it's just a walk, whether it's to run, whether it's taking up a gardening class, golf, tennis, you name it. I just feel like it's so much out in the world to see and do, and to sit in the house watching Netflix all day, it kind of grinds my gears. I don't really relate to it because it's just always something to do. I mean, and so many people in the community need help. So I'm sure a lot of people that live in certain communities have elderly people in that area that may need help with groceries. They may need help with getting back and forth to the doctor's office. It's just so many people that could use help, or could donate their time to others and give back to the community in some type of way.
I'm used to being kind of like out all the time with that's throwing parties or just out socially. And around that time, that was when the country was kind of like shut down, and so I was really just like trying to find something to do for my own self. And then I found out that the other folks were trying to do something too. So I put in one of my group chats. I was like, hey, we're about to ride. Me and my fraternity brother Tim, we're about to ride next week. Yeah, if y'all want to come out. So we had like 15 people who, and it just grew from there. So yeah, I was never into biking. I mean, growing up, yeah, but into more of the trick biking. Like I had dynos and mongooses and stuff like that, pegs, and doing that kind of stuff. But mostly just riding around in the neighborhood, but never like actually biking. No, I didn't know anything about biking until this time last year, honestly.
My vision is to sell customized bikes. So like what I do, this stuff that I do is art. It's like putting your art on your bike. And ever since I started doing it, a lot of people have started doing it with their bikes. So I said, damn, I have a knack for it. So I always wanted to have a bike retail shop, but I sell customized bikes. So you will have the only bike like that in your city, like my bikes are. No one can duplicate them, they're mine, and now everybody else is doing it. When I ride my bike, I get in, I leave whatever is on me, I'm shedding it off on that bike, man. And it keeps you, it's therapy. It's all therapy, man. Everything you're doing like that makes you happy. It's therapeutic, and you should use it for that. You have to.
You just have to be open to the fact that like happiness looks different for everybody, and even in your own life in different stages, what makes you happy is going to change.
So some people are going to just create the things that they need in life, regardless of anything, with what little they may or may not have. And I think if you're that person, then do it. If you've contemplated starting something, you're not the only one who needs what you're offering. And so please start it. Like, it's needed. I don't give a hell if there's a gajillion black bike crews or bike crews in general. Another one isn't going to hurt anybody. There's abundance. If you're someone who needs to be a part of something, then go seek it out. It's there. It is absolutely there. And I don't care if it's just two people. It's not about the masses. It's about, I think, the quality of what's being offered. And if you and another person feel good doing it together and safe doing whatever you're doing together, then do it. Be in fellowship in that way. And you will become an inspiration for other people doing whatever it is that you're doing.
Go look yourself in the mirror really hard. Look yourself in the eyes. Tell yourself that you love yourself really hard. Thank God. And think about what you really like to do. Not want to do, not need to do, what you like to do. And start doing it. and do it with love, and do it with love yourself. Find what you love about yourself. Find what you love to do, your dream, your goal. Start doing it and create your peace. Protect your peace. You know, when you came in, I was listening to J. Cole, wiping my bikes. I'm at peace, bro. Everything that you do in your life that you like to do for you, that's your peace. Own it, protect it, and grow from there. Whatever it is. You don't have to ride bikes, you don't have to race cars. Whatever it is that you want to do it. And find peace, but do not look for it through other people. Peace is within.
It's always like betting yourself and to take a risk, and don't put too much pressure on yourself. Really, if it fails, if you feel like it fails, it fails. But I think don't put too much pressure on yourself and just take a risk, and it's doing things that you want to do.
Never allow anyone to set your expectations or your standards on where you want to be in life, and just don't allow nobody to say, "Oh, you can't do this, do that," because with me, I had so many people say I shouldn't do this, I shouldn't do that. Because it's not going to get me nowhere, and that's not a career. That's just a job. But look what I'm doing now. I'm still doing it, and it's opening up more opportunities for me almost every day.
Do not think about logistics. Don't think about, well, this thing would make me happy, but is it reasonable, or do I have money for it, or do I have time for it? That's not how dreams are made. Like, if I have a dream, I set the dream, and then I work the logistics to get there. And I've met people who, they have the opposite thinking. They're like, if it's logistical, then I can achieve it. It's like, no, forget logistics. Throw all that out the window. Decide first what you want to do, and then let everything else follow. So that's, and you got to do it for yourself. You got to have self-love. Like, screw everything else. Like, forget about time, because you do have time, you know? You just might be selling it to somebody else or obligating it to this person or that person. Like, throw all that to the side and do that thing that you want to do.